Everyone, and I mean everyone, thought he was talking about real phones, cellular phones, like in this situation, like phones or headphones, because that's what you had. You would ride around with his headphones.
Headphones.
So, talking to my bestie Brandon earlier today when I just gotten the agenda and everything, and he was like, "What y'all talking about today?" So I mentioned blah blah, and so when I talked about this, and he was like, "Okay, first off, I didn't." He's like, "I honestly never thought that it said phones," and I'm like, "What?" He was like, "He always heard he thought it was funk." He's like, he always heard like his ear heard funk. He never heard phones. And I'm like, I said, well, now you've ruined my response to this. I'm like,
this is totally not what
I'm like, now you've kind of messed it up because, okay, pretend that you heard phones so I can finish telling you the damn story. But yeah, go ahead and play this so that the people can be pissed as well.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon warming. G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the eve so I could get some phones, rolling in my ride, chilling all alone. I went from the RBX type thing down to Sir Cool. And Nate just went off of what I said. I freestyled that shit. I swear to God. And then Nate just went right off of that. And that's what gave me the power to start jotting down, going off of what Nate said. Because where he ended at, if you listen, I'll continue with a story within that.
So
yeah, because he said we was out looking for some women. Because that's what, when I say phones, they think I'm saying funk, but I'm saying trying to get some phones.
Yeah, like
I mean
numbers?
headphones.
Oh,
we call getting some headphones.
Trying to get some phones.
Trying to get some phones.
30 years later. I had no idea, bro. Like, and I'm telling you, all this time that I've heard Regulate, as many times I played it, as many interviews we had, bro, I never knew that when you say trying to get some phones, I'm thinking phone. Oh, like man, we rolling out with some females. We trying to get some phone numbers.
Trying to get some head. Right. Headphones.
That's ingenious, bro.
All right.
So you see, Warren even said people think I said fuck. So like I said, so for Brandon to say I heard funk, or funk, okay.
That's what I ain't gonna lie, that's what I thought he said too, man. I always thought he said funk.
Wait a minute. So my response to Brandon is, I said, but the next line is chilling on my ride, like all alone. And he was like, I said, the next line rhymes. And he was like, when has rhyming ever mattered in rap? He was like, he's like, how many times have people tried to rhyme two things together that did not rhyme? And I'm too shy. But childhood ruined. I mean,
my thing is like, it don't even like phone. I get phones would mean multiple heads, but don't you just need one to get yourself there and you can go on back home? Phones mean multiples, right? Because there's an S on it. Well, I guess headphones, I guess that's a plural because it's two different ones, I guess. But man,
you don't wear a headphone.
Yeah, you wear headphones. There's two of them.
But
right, you're saying you need plural women then? Like
I mean, some people like to.
But Nate was in the cut.
I mean, the real. Here's the thing, though. If you can get your stuff done by one girl, or you can get it done by two.
Well, this makes this song more interesting. Than you got yourself off a play by going to play this dice game. You should have stayed on this mission to get headphones. I thought you were actually trying to get phone numbers, maybe hanging out, doing some stuff, whatever, or funk, whatever. You went off track going to go play dice in the middle of this whole mission, and you got yourself in a situation of getting jacked. I'm sorry, Warren. They took all your jewels, even your Folex. Because I'm assuming it wasn't a real Rolex; it was a Folex at that time.
I looked at the brother, said, "Damn, what's the well, you gotta ask the robber. Look, what else? What do you want from me? You done took everything I had. I ain't got nothing, nigga. You done took it all.
Where's Nathaniel?
He said he the one that told him to go to the dice game. Nate told him to go to the dice game. He was gonna meet him there.
Nate, help!
That's the only way I thought about it. That's the only way that he knew that he was gonna be there. Like, how do you just randomly?
Nate was supposed to be there.
I think Nate was supposed to be at this dice game.
Yeah.
He said, "Was like just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G."
You knew where he
see the
was. He
same
told you to go to
bitches.
that dice game.
We see the same girls and everything. So he was on the way. They were going somewhere. I wonder if they were like going to, maybe they were going to a club or something. They were going somewhere.
To the east
Like,
side.
I think they had to been going. So for Nate to go down the same route, they were on the way to some place. And then, however, Nate just happens to see, oh shit, is that like in Mississippi? Niggas, is that her? And them over there?
Yeah.
Just happened to be. But yeah, childhood ruined. No. And phones. And like Big Boy is like, what? I'm sorry.
Oh.
And Big Boy was literally like being bodyguards for people back then. Like he was literally, they like, bro, I've known you since '94. You ain't never told me.
That's what I'm saying. So like I said, for Big Boy to be in shock like that, he's like, as many interviews as we've done, and we've talked about this song all this time, I never, what? Like he's
like a bodyguard for those cats. He was like a bodyguard.
Like, yes, he's been in the industry forever. Like it's one of those. Like I said, there are some people when they tell you stories because of their reputation in the industry. When Big Boy is going to tell me a story about something that happened in the industry, I want to believe him because I know he was definitely there, or whoever told him the story was very credible for him to repeat it, right? Because that's the reputation he has. He doesn't have a reputation for bullshit. So, like I said, for him, that shock on his face is genuine. It was like, what?
You ain't tell me.
Like, nobody told me nothing.
Why you didn't tell me at least? Like
Headphones.
that was one of them slang words that just never picked up then, and maybe he thought it was gonna pick up, and it never did.
I feel like that was, I'm not even gonna call it local or regional. I feel like it was his clique.
Yeah.
That said it. Like that was him and his friends. That was something that they said. I don't think it was local or regional because if it was, somebody would have corrected us a long time ago about it. If it really was. So it's
because if E40 ain't said it, it ain't real.
phones.
Because didn't he come out with a book language? Didn't he come out with a book language?
I don't know if it ever dropped.
Did it ever drop? Okay, that's what I said. Did it ever drop? Yeah.
I don't think it ever dropped because I've been waiting on that book since high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was supposed to write a book on all the slang. He was supposed to be like a dictionary for slang.
Yeah, he had his own little dictionary. I remember in the Loonies album, they had like a little slang thing in the Operation Stackola because
yeah, they did.
It had hella
album.
That was a good album. That Operation Stackola was
J-O-B if you wanna be.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC Network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.